Nirmal tumbolo seri, nirmal tumbolo. 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 Mataji, mataji, mataji bolo. Mataji, mataji, mataji bolo. Mataji, mataji, mataji bolo. Mataji, mataji, mataji bolo. Mataji bolo, mataji bolo. Mataji bolo, mataji bolo. Mataji bolo, mataji bolo. Mataji bolo, mataji bolo. Mataji, mataji, mataji bolo. Mataji, mataji, mataji bolo. Hey, mataji, mataji, mataji bolo. Mataji, mataji, mataji bolo. Nirmal tumbolo seri, nirmal tumbolo. 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 Mataji, mataji, mataji bolo. Mataji, mataji, mataji bolo. Mataji, mataji, mataji bolo. अपने
I bow to all the seekers of truth. So many of you have already found out what is the truth. Truth about yourself. That you are not this body, this mind, these emotions, this ego, conditionings, but you are the pure spirit. After realizing that, not knowing but realizing that. When you become the spirit, your attention gets enlightened by the spirit. And this enlightened attention is so intelligent. And as it is connected with this all-pervading power, you'll be amazed that whatever you try to look at, to put your attention to, it just works. It is such a proof that you are one with this all-pervading divine power. To prove that there is divine power, which is all-pervading, first you have to become the realized soul. You have to become a person who is enlightened. As they call it, Buddha. The word is bodh, comes from enlightenment. And the one who is enlightened is a very different personality from what that person has been. You become a very powerful, no doubt, very powerful. Powerful in the sense is the power of love. Is not the power we know of, but is the power of love that acts, that works. And then you are amazed at yourself, how you have been able to do so many things which you would never do. And how your personality becomes a very sensible, wise, and also absolutely in balance. Nobody has to tell you anything. You are your own master. But first you have to grow to that point. Till you become that, you are not yet empowered fully. But some people who are not yet understanding the importance of becoming, who do not know that they have to grow, become again useless, good for nothing. I always remember the parable of Christ. He tells that you are sprouted, but you are wasted. It has to grow. And that's what yesterday I insisted, that you pay full value to your ascent. You look after yourself and grow into it. Then you will know what is the power of love is. There is no ego about it, no, not at all. You don't feel the ego. What you feel is that it is flowing. It's flowing. Wherever you go, it's flowing. This power is flowing, and that captures the whole atmosphere, the whole environment. If you people get your realization, also all the global problems can be solved. Like you have got now very much pollution problem. The pollution gets settled down. This power of love can settle pollution because it also acts on the 5 elements. You will be amazed how it acts on 5 elements. It works in such a manner that it should in every way encourage you, help you, work out your programs, your ventures, your meetings, anything that you want to do is worked out in such a beautiful manner. There are so many examples of that in every day-to-day life for people have had. And they have been amazed how they have been helped. They have been brought to a new scene of complete control of the whole situation. You become the master, no doubt, but you don't have the arrogance, you don't have the anger of a master. To give you an example, I would say now, supposing I want to go somewhere or I want to meet somebody or something. About 5 minutes later, I find the gentleman walking in. So I would say, how did you come? I said, I don't know why, I felt like just coming to meet you. Because it's all interwoven. We don't know that. We are not singled out. We are not something separate from this universe. We are a part and parcel of the whole. But this feeling of part and parcel of the whole is not mental. It's not just our understanding, but this is what you experience all the time. Even small things or big things. In every way, you really realize how everything is helping you so much. Another example I can give, a very simple example, that we had one function for which we needed some things, and from a village away from Milan. So I said, all right, how will you manage? Is this hardly any time? And you have to go to that village to get it, and it's in a factory. So the person may not be able to locate. Suddenly a telephone came. A lady telephoned to me, Mother, I am going to such and such place. Do you need anything? I was surprised, really. I said, yes, we need. But you don't know the place, how to reach there. It's quite complicated. So she said, you tell me what you need. So I told her, we need this thing from that factory. And can you imagine? It came in no time. I said, how did you find the place? He said, very surprising. I met a SahajaYogi when I came out of the building. And he said, I've come to meet you. So she said, but I have to go such and such place and I don't know the place. He said, I come from there. Why bother? I'll take you down. And that's how it all worked out in no time. And they were thinking, I said, don't worry. You don't have to worry. It will all work out. And the SahajaYogis who are here, who have been in SahajaYoga for days together, can tell you 1,001 examples of this kind of small things. So even the small things are also done. Of course, the big things are also done. Like, you pay attention to any country, it works out. It changes its pattern. For example, Iran. We have many SahajaYogis from Iran. And they were saying, Mother, why is it not in Iran? There's some improvement. It's getting from bad to worse. I said, you just meditate. It will work out. And they told me now Iran is completely changed. They have become very open and they have become this. I was surprised. I used to think I'll go to Sri Lanka sometime. And I tried to go there, but it was not possible. I said, let it be, it's not wanted just now. So I went to Dubai, where we had a program, and got about 30 people from Sri Lanka who got realization. And they decided to go to Sri Lanka and give realization to people. I mean, just think of it. I mean, anything small or big, you do it in the name of God, in the name of this power. It works. And you do not think of selfishness. You see, like this I would say, we are sitting and asking God, give us this, give us that. Give us that. After getting a realized personality, you emit, you give, and you enjoy giving more than taking. This is what happens to you. And so many things like this people can tell you on economic level or political level and this level and that level. You are amazed how suddenly you get everything so easily. Moreover, you get a chance to give it to others. And to give it to others itself is so joyous. For example, you saw these musicians. I don't think they knew anything about Indian music once upon a time. But now they are so happy to sing to you and to do this for you. It's very, very amazing that you become overpowered by your own self, in the sense that you enjoy yourself. Really enjoy yourself. And while you see everything working out, so why worry? Why worry about the time? Never will you miss a train or miss an aeroplane. Take it from me. It all works out in such a beautiful manner for day-to-day life. But spiritual life is even better. When you are meditating, otherwise your attention is going here, there. Because you are not awakened. You are not enlightened. But after some time, when you have really become a SahajaYogi, then just close your eyes. And then you will find you are in that blissful state where you get rid of all problems, all worrying things, and you just become silent, thoughtlessly aware, which Jung has described very clearly, that you have to become thoughtlessly aware. Means you go beyond the thinking mind. Now what does think in your head is your ego, as I told you yesterday, or your conditioning. And you go on reacting to it all the time. But after getting realization, and after achieving that state, you don't react, you just watch. And that watching itself is very powerful. You're watching silently, it's very, very powerful, and it works. It works wonders. I was thinking that all these things which are connected, you'll say now, what is London? What is England? We don't know. Where is it placed in the whole universe? What is the role of England in the whole cosmos? We don't know anything, but suddenly we realize that we are this and we are that. We are specially born in this place for a particular type of special work we have to do as an instrument of the divine. Not doing yourself something, but as the instrument. Like a painter, say, has a brush and he's very nicely painting. It's the painter who is painting. But if the brush starts thinking, I am the one who is painting, it's stupidity. But this stupidity goes away. And you really feel you are in the hands of the painter. Because you see beautiful things being done, beautiful lives being carved out. How you meet beautiful people all over the world is the thing. Now we talk of peace, we talk of love, affection. These talks have been going on. But you don't find that love. You don't find that concern. First time I went to Russia. And so many Germans came there and I was surprised. How is it you are here? Why not, mother? So many of them were killed here by Germans. Don't you think we are duty bound to come here to help? That's correct. But how they all arrived there, I was surprised. This time I went to Egypt, and in Egypt I was surprised. Many Israelis came. I said, how are you here? What are you doing here? He said, Mother, after all, these are Muslims. We have to make friends with them. If there are SahajaYogis here, we'll have Muslim friends. What a thing it is. Just imagine this love, this understanding. And this really filled me with great joy. Look at these Israelis. Recently they got their realization. Their country is still in a turmoil. And how they come here all the way to Egypt to make friends with the Muslims. We talk of friendship. We talk that we have to have, we can say, a very global understanding of each other. We should try to help each other. It doesn't work out. Because the man is still as it is in the state where he cannot see that we are part and parcel of the whole. But when a drop becomes the ocean, then it doesn't think it's a drop, it thinks it's a part of the ocean. In the same way, once you grow up, you become very collective. Now here also you don't know, so many of them have come from other countries. Why? Maybe you say, Mother, to listen to you. No. Also to support the people of London, the people of England, to get into this great force of love. It's just felt that way. When they come to India, we have programs where we have thousands of people. And what I find, there's no quarrel, there's no fighting, there's no complaint, no problem of any kind. There's no complaining of anything. If something goes wrong, they try to put it right together. They are always together. And such love they have. Now, so many people living together in a far-fetched place where there are not so many amenities, nothing. So happily. Of course, they pull each other's legs, that is true. Have a lot of fun together. But nobody I have seen have ever complained about another person as such. And if they do, then they realize there's something wrong with them, something missing in them. So this wholesomeness, we can call it, this oneness, this global commonness is so easily imbibed. You don't have to give lectures, it's just there. I know of a lady, she's a very, very deep person. She's French. And she went to Sicily for something. And there she saw another lady sitting on the other corner. She's not from France. When she saw her, she felt that she's a realized soul because of the vibrations. So she got up and went to her directly and said, are you a realized soul? Has Mother given you realization? Yes, it's true. She said, I also felt the same way about you. And they met each other. Actually, this lady had gone first time to Sicily and she didn't know the language. But this lady immediately took her to her house and said, this there. So, you see, you meet suddenly a person, you know they are realized souls. You see, it is so easy to make out. In the past also, those who have been realized souls. I went to Turkey and I was surprised where they had so many of these Sufis. Sufi word comes from Saf. Saf means cleansing. They are very clean people, though they are Muslims in the sense that they were born in Muslim families. But when I explained to them what Quran has said, and Muhammad Sahib cannot say these horrible things, and they were quite convinced. And they are now such a beautiful, enlightened country, I should say. And they are having a better relationships with other countries also. It is very amazing how these political problems, international problems can be solved if the people at the helm of affairs take to SahajaYoga. SahajaYoga is for the emancipation of all the humanity. It's not for one country, one person, another person. It's for the whole humanity. Now, how many will come to this level is a different point. But if substantial number of people take to SahajaYoga, we can change the whole world. But substantial people should come together. There is no problem. You go to any country and you write to somebody or inform somebody or even telephone to somebody that you are a SahajaYogi, all the SahajaYogis will come round to help you. They are all your brothers and sisters. But they are not like these worldly brothers and sisters who are temporarily your brothers or they care for your property or this, nothing. They just want you. They just love you as you are a SahajaYogi. Such a big grace of these special people are coming up. I must say in England, you had a great poet like William Blake who has announced that this will happen one day. And this is happening today. But you, as English or British people, have to realize this. These quarrels which are going on between Ireland, Scotland, and this, all will finish up because it is working on wrong grounds. Once they discover that this is not proper, they will stand on their legs and see for themselves that we are all one. Not only in this country, but in all the countries, we are all one. And this is what is going to happen in the collective consciousness. It is a consciousness I am talking of. It's not just a lecture or a mental attitude. After all, we are all human beings. Not that way. It really happens with us. You become one with another person because it becomes your personality. It becomes identified with you. You don't have to argue it out. It's just you are. You don't see anything which is different. Also, you enjoy the variety of people, variety of dresses, variety of things. You enjoy, but to you, everybody is in the same ocean of love, that they are just dancing and they are enjoying this ocean. If you are in the ocean and if there are waves, you are frightened of it. But supposing you get into a boat, then what happens to you? You enjoy the same waves, no doubt. But supposing you know how to swim very well, you can jump into the water and save many people. That's exactly what happens when you become your own masters. When you become your own masters, then you realize that you are much higher than others, without any arrogance, without any ego, but compassion. It's the compassion that makes you one with others. It's a thing to be understood in a very subtle way. Like Christ was there, all right. So look at his compassion. Such a compassionate person. How is it he said that, oh God, please forgive them, for they don't know what they are doing? Is his capacity as a very great enlightened personality. See, it is not what you are doing, some charities, this, that. It's not the point. The point is you become a charity. Yourself you are a charity. I've seen people who do charitable work. They go on taking the money, doing all kinds of nonsensical things I can't understand. How can they do it? Because they are not enlightened. In the light of your spirit, you don't do wrong things to others. You don't do wrong things in the politics. You will not do wrong things in the economics. And all that is being described, how you should be this, you should be that, automatically becomes a part and parcel of your personality. You are not told that don't eat this and don't eat that, you just don't see this thing, you don't see that. Nothing of the kind. It is you only decide. It is only you have got these qualities in you. And your personality itself will emit such beautiful, peaceful vibrations all around wherever you are. Can you give him a seat somewhere? Now, as it is, when I first came to India, to London, I was surprised that so many of people are taking to hippie life. They are taking to drugs. And I discovered they are not doing it because they want to get out of this world or anything of the kind, or as a matter of habit. But they were all seekers. They were all real seekers of truth. And they couldn't find it in the world that existed that time. So they took to this. And they were just driven into it. So first thing I tried was to get hold of them. And I was amazed how overnight they gave up everything and how they became such good SahajaYogis. Because, you see, they were doing it for seeking. Many people in seeking are lost also because they took to wrong type of gurus, or maybe they took to wrong type of things for their search. It's all right, doesn't matter, they'll be born again and they can get their realization. But the people who are today in this country, more younger or older makes no difference, are worthy of getting this realization and this ascent and this special personality. They are worthy of it. But still, as I said yesterday, they are not yet aware what they are worthy of. It's not what jobs you have got, what parents you have got, what properties you have got. It's nothing important. What is important? What are you? Are you a realized soul or not? So many are getting realization all over the world. As I told you, in Russia, really I was surprised how these people have become so sensitive. First time I went to Leningrad, now they call it St. Petersburg. But I saw so many sitting outside, I said, why are you not inside? Now there the seats are limited and they sell the tickets. Not the organizers, but the hall people they sell. They said, now we can't go in because it's all full. I said, really? So what will you do? I said, let me finish the program, then we'll see. When I came out after 45 minutes, they were still there. I was amazed. There are 2,000 people sitting inside and 2,000 people sitting outside. I said, all right, you come along tomorrow. Look at the tenacity of these people. You come tomorrow and we'll have it in the open grounds. Surprising, Moscow is a place where there are lots of open spaces. So, they came who were inside, one who were outside, 4,000 we can say, and also 1,000 more. They all came. I was sitting outside. I was amazed. Then I asked them, how is it, we didn't do much publicity and nothing, how is it you have come? They said, Mother, we don't know, we felt. See, this is what. We just felt we have to come. And they did. Just that feeling came into them. So how much deep they were. They were not superficial people. Very deep. And they are still all of them there and have multiplied. Multiplied into, I don't know how many thousands. See, they said we just felt it. But it is very surprising. We are just given a small advertisement, that's all. And how did they feel it? And how did they come? So this feeling also is very important, but that can be only when you are deep personality inside. If there is no depth, then it doesn't work out. But they were at such a point where they just felt that they have to come to this program. So many people went there, so many gurus from India also, From America also so many people went. None of them they accepted. See, this sensitivity to spirituality also you can develop if you have depth. But I must say they have suffered a lot. They have suffered a lot. With this suffering, I think they developed this depth within their heart and they could feel my love. And I mean, I cannot tell you how they are. It's amazing. Of course, in India, SahajaYoga is doing in a much wider scale, I should say, much wider scale. But the way these Russians are, I mean, they are so deep, so deep. Some Russians are in America. And what they told me very surprisingly, they said, Mother, these American SahajaYogis are not really SahajaYogis. I said, why? No, they're still, you see, not SahajaYogis. So I was wondering, look at these people. America have been going for years together. And why they are saying about these American SahajaYogis? Because that depth of seeking, I found out they have no sense of possession. The government told them that, all right, we'll give you your own flats, you have them. We'll give you your own cars. We will not run your cars and your flats. They said, no, we don't want to have. You have it. We don't want to have a headache. Who is going to look after the car? Who is going to look after the flats? We don't have. You better have. Can you imagine? Here people run up and down for a flat or something that they say we don't want. And even now they have not taken the flats in their own names. They don't know how to look after them. I said, we don't know. I mean, very surprised. Of course, there are at least 40% people who are not of that level. But to have 60% people like that, the scientists, doctors, architects, all intellectuals of a very high quality. I was surprised to talk to architects how they understand the costicity of the hall, how they understand how the house should be built. I think Leningrad is a place so beautifully built that it has none of the buildings have a backyard. No, they have a square in between. Very beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful cities all over, not only in short places like Paris, maybe very beautiful, but in a very little place, a limited place. But I was surprised how these people have been so much developed. Now what happened was, that's what they told, that they were aggressed by the communism or by the people who were communists, all kinds, especially Stalin and all. And that's how they thought they should develop themselves within themselves. And that's how they have become. But whenever I read lots of these books of, say, Russian writers, and I was surprised that introspection is the main thing they have discussed. If there's a hero, then he would introspect himself. How is he compared to the heroine? I mean, all their books are full of introspection. And because of this Western civilization, whatever we may call it, the materialism, we are so much outside that we do not introspect. We have to introspect ourselves. Why are we on this earth? What is the purpose of our life? Why should we be here? If you start introspecting, immediately you will find that we have not served the purpose of being human beings, to be evolved as human beings. All right, you have evolved up to the human level. That's not the end of it. If it was so, why there's so much problem? Why you cannot compromise with yourself? Why there's a fight going on between your head and your heart and your liver? Why are you fighting? What is the matter? Why can't you all be united within yourself at least? So there's something wrong. This connection has to be established. That's possible when you see these chakras, that the Kundalini passes through. And when she travels, she passes through these centers, just like you would put string into many beautiful pearls as it goes. And that's how the complete integration takes place. You are completely integrated in yourself. You don't doubt yourself. There's no doubt. And you understand that whatever you are doing is the best thing. Your heart agrees, your mind agrees, your liver also agrees. Liver is the giver of your attention. And this attention becomes so beautiful. You start seeing in the subtle way the beauties of your doing, your working, your functions, everything you understand in such a beautiful manner. You can never hate yourself, and you cannot hate others also, because you can see the subtleties, because you have become a subtler being, and you can enter into their subtleties also. Of course, I do not say that all are like that or all are capable. This I have now accepted that all cannot be. And as I told you yesterday, now there are two levels. One is going upward and one is going downward. Doesn't matter. Don't worry. What you have to see, what you can do to go upward and enjoy the company of others who are on the same platform. This can happen to you because you are collectively conscious. You are looked after. You are protected. You are guided. You are loved. Above all, this power knows who you are and how it runs to your help. You must see that. There are so many things I have said. There are so many lectures which I would like you to hear. I have told them that you must give them the tapes. It's very important. You must sell the tapes to them and take the minimum. And so they said, no mother, we used to take so much. I said, no, make it half and save for sale if you want to, if that appeals to them. But you see, these are beautiful, precious lectures which I have seen people in other countries use them while traveling long distances and also otherwise for meditation. So many of them are working it out that way. So, if you really are interested in yourself, interested in your ascent, interested in becoming one with the whole, to be in the kingdom of God, then please take these tapes, listen to them, meditate on them. Meditation will become very much easier. You don't have to jump or do anything. Like all kinds of funny meditations have started. You must have heard there are people who are trying to raise their body 3 feet height. For what? I don't understand. As it is, you see, we have such problems of traffic. And these 3 feet height people, but still people do it because they think it's something great to be flying 3 feet height. Nobody has done so far, but that's what they claim. Every time they come out with a new thing, now this can happen to you, that can happen to you, nothing of the kind. It is the experience of oneness. But some people are still not up to the point I've seen them. They just still go on, ha 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 ha, I felt so much better. What is it? So much you felt better means what? Can you give realization to other people? Can you raise their kundalini? Can you cure yourself and can you cure others? That's the minimum you should be able to do. Otherwise, the use of just describing that this is my spiritual experience and I felt like. I mean, all these things are not going to help in any way. Why we should deceive ourselves? See, it's all right. I must say these false people try to deceive you. But you are also deceiving yourself if you do not want to accept the reality. Reality is what you become, what your personality expresses, how you have changed. Otherwise, it is idiotic to believe in such things, I think, sometimes when they tell you that this will happen, that will happen. Never have I seen anything good coming out of these things, but just a person lives in a stupidity. As it is, we have to be alert. This is what we call is the Ghor Kali Yuga. Means these modern times are called as Ghor Kali Yuga. Means the worst time for human beings. And you can see all kinds of things that are happening today, never happened before. So this is the worst time have come. And we can any day fall a prey to it. It's a fact. I mean, I have known people who have been very good people. Suddenly I find they are absolutely lost to themselves, lost to their family. So the atmosphere according to Indian scriptures is Ghor Kali Yuga. And in this Ghor Kali Yuga, you cannot find people who are deep, who are very selfish, who are very low level. I have seen many people come to me for getting cured and getting better and all. Thousands have been cured with SahajaYoga, but they don't want to become SahajaYogis. Surprisingly, somebody told me, Mother, because we don't want to have the ego. I said, where is the question of ego? Because supposing we get self-realized, we'll have ego. I mean, this is just a stupid excuse. Once you are a realized person, don't get any ego. Your ego finishes off. And if there is some problem, I have seen many people came in the beginning to tell me, Mother, my Agya Chakra is cut. That means my ego is troubling me. You separate from your ego and you see for yourself that this is Mr. Ego is troubling me. And you want to get rid of it because it gives you a headache. Normally the ego doesn't give headache, but then it starts giving you headache when you are a realized soul. You want to get rid of it. It's very simple that we have to understand ourselves, our beings. All these subtle things we must know. For that you don't have to go to any doctor, you don't have to ask any scientist to help. You yourself will know what's wrong with you. In your being, these centers are placed. You can see for yourself on your fingertips, you will know what's wrong where. Today only I told that yesterday there were very many right-sided people. When people who assert themselves too much, who are dominating. So they were surprised because normally the British are left-sided, means they are all the time frightened people, very frightened. Because they dominated, I think few years back, or I should say about 50 years back, they were dominating. Now they are afraid that we'll be dominated, we'll become slaves. So it's the other way around. But when I told, they were happy that at least there's some movement towards the right side. But this right and left side movement has to finish. You have to be in the center. And to come in the center, best thing is to meditate. For SahajaYogis, it is very important to meditate. Meditate about 10 minutes in the night and about 5 minutes in the morning. Nothing much is to be done. In all these centers, they will tell you how to do it. You don't have to do anything. Hardly 5 to 10 minutes if you can meditate, even in the night. It's all right. That's all time you have to give. But I've seen many people who don't do it. They just come for curing or this or that, and then they don't meditate. Then they cannot grow. The way you can grow is only through meditation and understanding. Somebody said, Mother, we cannot surrender. Baba, who asked you to surrender? You don't have to surrender, but you have to meditate. If you go on meditating yourself, you will understand that you are the spirit, that you are the powerful spirit, which is the reflection of God Almighty within us. And when it comes, you become a very different person, very different. Your face improves, your skin improves, your behavior improves, your temperament improves. Best of all, you just start seeing what was wrong with you, and you try to eradicate all that was wrong just through meditation. You don't have to do anything, you don't have to condemn yourself. Just with meditation you can work out. And I am sure all of you who are sitting here who have got their realization can, if they all can work it out, this England will be a changed place, absolutely most blissful place. Also, I've said a lot about England. I think once you come to SahajaYoga, you will know all about it, what is its place and all that. And really enjoy that you are born in such an important country and that you are so important. And only thing that is lacking in you, that you did not find your identification. Once you find your identification, you will be amazed and you will be very happy that you are born in this country. The temperature is sometimes very cloudy, grey, I know. First time I came to London in the month of May, and such wind which used to just penetrate into the bones, you know. And I said, what sort of a country is this? There's a curse of the goddess or what? But then I realized, this is all just to teach them a lesson, I think, that nature wants them to understand. And this is how they are playing. Because, you see, if the climate is such, you stay at home more and don't run away from families. Don't run away from your wives or husbands. You stay at home. This is one of the things that has worked here, and that's why I think the English are better than Americans, because our Americans are always on the run. Now, to settle down into your own homes, this is a more ideal thing to happen. But that is not the end of it. When you meditate, you will surprise within yourself lies such beautiful atmosphere of such joy, happiness, and peace. Ultimately, you get the experience of joy. And joy, as I told you, is singular. And that experience of joy is so beautiful. In everything that you support, there is something ridiculous. Also, you enjoy the ridiculousness of that thing. If something is beautiful, you enjoy the beauty of that. So the sense of enjoyment is so beautiful, and if you are all together, you enjoy it even more, because it somehow or other hits the heart of other people also, and you enjoy their joy. It's like this, enjoying their own joy. It's a beautiful state in which you all have to go. I've told you 7 times we had this big hall, Albert Hall. Every time I came, they were there. Maybe because I don't know what happens when I'm there, they are there. But later on, they've gone disappearing. So now I've told them that you give them tapes at half rate. Doesn't matter. You please listen to those tapes and try to grow. Because you are all intelligent people, alert. These are special times when you have to really respect yourself. It's a very important time. And you have to grow. Very important it is that you have to grow. Whatever may be your religion, maybe your caste community, or maybe your country. You all have to grow together and to know that you are one with each other. May God bless you. What is the next program?
So much we could sing more bhajans if you would like. If you would like, we could sing more bhajans now.
All right? As you please. Yesterday's bhajan that day was the last bhajan. Is written in the 16th century by a very famous poet called as Namadeva. Now, this Namadeva has written this beautiful poem, and in that he is asking, "Oh Mother, give me the yoga, give me the union with the divine." And he calls this mother, the Kundalini, as Jagadamba. So she said, "Ambe, you rise, you rise, you rise. They have been singing for ages in our villages, but they don't know what they are singing, what they are asking. And when these Sahajogis went to some villages there in Maharashtra, they got hold of these people and asked them, they wrote it down, the whole thing. And that's how they have got this song with them. So this great Namadeva was he was a tailor. And he went to meet another realized soul who was just a potter. And he was kneading the clay. When he was kneading the clay, he stood before him, Namadeva. Looked at him. And he says in Marathi language very beautifully that I came to see the Chaitanya, the vibrations, but it is in person. Is in your person it is there. I mean, only a realized soul can appreciate another realized soul like that and enjoy. Not jealousy, not competition, but the enjoyment that, see, there's another one. But he says, you are the incarnation. So look at the understanding between these two great souls. Then this Namadeva went to Punjab, where he met Guru Nanak. Guru Nanak immediately recognized him, and he told him, why don't you learn Punjabi language? He learned Punjabi language within 1 year's time. It's an easy language. And then he has written such a big book on Kundalini, on realization. All these things are written in the Granth Sahib by Nanak Sahib. But if you just read Granth Sahib, how can you reach the truth? That's what it is. They all tried their level best to give you the best, every one of them. But somehow or other, it could not be imbibed. And there was no question of people asking for realization. So, now it's very different. You all can have your realization. You can read all these poets and poetry, and you can understand that they are saying what you feel within yourself. Such oneness you'll feel in literature, in art, in everything. It's one world I'm talking about, one world of divinity. May God bless you. So, any another bhajan, which one they would like to say?
Srimati, many of these people were not at the Albert Hall.
Huh?
Many of the people here were not at the Albert Hall, Mother.
Really?
So they may not have felt the cool breeze.
Is it? You think? I thought you are all realized souls already. How did you get them here? I don't know. Are they afraid of the Albert Hall or what? All right. So I think we can try that again. Just put your hands towards me like. Just take out my shoes. It's all right. You have to take out your shoes, that's all. Now, as I said yesterday, that another simple thing is that you have to forgive yourself. As it is, you know, it's a fashion to feel guilty for everything. I don't know how it has started, but to feel guilty. It's a fashion. Say sorry. Formerly, on the telephone, we used to say, I beg your pardon, all right? Nowadays they say sorry. Sorry for what? So this sorriness is too much. Now don't be sorry for anything here. You shouldn't feel sorry in any way. Don't feel guilty. You have done nothing wrong. Believe me, it's all nonsense that you must have read some novel or might have read some, I don't know what, that you have to feel guilty. You are not sinners by any chance. Take it from me. They're not sinners. It's all just money-making propositions, I think, to say you are all sinners, you give us money, so all your sins will be washed off. I don't know, they also give guarantee card, I'm saying. So all these gimmicks, you must understand, it has nothing to do with reality. So just in your heart, you believe me that you are not sinners, not to feel guilty for small things. Our norms are so much that you can feel guilty for anything. Say you spilled coffee, finished. All your life you are bothered that I spilled coffee. I mean, coffee is to be spilled only. I don't understand. So these stupid, nonsensical norms that we have adopted are really responsible for creating this feeling of guilt within us also. Also, all funny ideas you read, the books you read and things you read, because you are on the way of righteousness. You are on the way of reality. So you start saying, oh my God, I did this. I should not have done it. It's all right, forget it. If you have done anything wrong, at that moment only, you should neutralize it. But don't carry the load all your life on your left Vishuddhi. It's a very dangerous thing, because you develop spondylitis. If not that, you can develop angina. So this is a very important center, and don't feel guilty for no fault of yours. So this is another very simple condition. And the third one is, as you forgive yourself for everything, you should forgive others also. Because yesterday I told you, whether you forgive or don't forgive, you don't do anything. But if you don't forgive others, then you are playing into wrong hands. So just say, I forgive everyone, which is very important, because here people believe that how can I forgive? It's very difficult. What is difficult? Nothing. Just have to say, Mother, I forgive everyone. Finished. Once for all you say that, and you'll be surprised, this center will open out. Without these two centers opening up, the Kundalini cannot pierce through. So just help yourself with these two things, just in your heart you have to say. Now in your hands, just see, watch what's happening on your hands. As I told you yesterday, all these fingers are activated when you get your realization of vibrations, because these are all centers of the sympathetic nervous system endings. And in these centers, what you find is that these are centers on the right hand side are for your physical and mental being. Left hand side are for your emotional being. So you can see these 5 centers, 6 and 7. This is the 7th center, which is here in the head, in the limbic area. So you have these 7 centers, and you start feeling on the 7 centers the vibrations, the divine power, to see that. Now one scientist in Russia, I told you yesterday, has found out through his calculations and mathematical things from my photograph that according to him I am the source of this cosmic energy. I don't know what to say, but whatever it is, you just feel it yourself on your fingertips. Just feel it. A cool breeze or a hot breeze would be coming. Now, what's this signal? No one knows. All right. Put the right hand like this and put the left hand on top of the fontanelle bone area, through which the Kundalini pierces through. You can bend your head better. And now see for yourself if there's a cool or a hot breeze coming out of it. If it is hot, nothing to worry. That means some correction is needed, but maybe it might cool down just now. Put your right hand towards me, bend your head and see with your left hand. Not touch the head, keep it away and see for yourself. You can move your hand from left to right. If you are not forgiving yourself or others, there will be hot breeze coming in. But it should be cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. So now see for yourself. It's called as Ruh, or is called also as Param Chaitanya. Now put your left hand towards me. Now put down your head and see with your right hand now. Bend your head and see from your right hand. You can raise it, you can move it and see for yourself if there's a cool or hot breeze coming out of it. Once more, you put your right hand towards me and see with the left hand. All right. Now, please put both your hands towards me and watch me without thinking, just without thinking. You can do it without thinking. Yeah. Now, you can raise your both the hands towards the sky like this. Bend back your head and ask a question. Any one of these questions, 3 questions, ask one of them. 3 times in your heart. 3 times. You can ask, Mother, is this the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost? Second question, is this the all-pervading power of divine love? Third question, is this the Param Chaitanya? Any one of these questions you have to ask only 3 times, that's all. Now take it down. All those who have felt cool or hot breeze on the fingertips or on the palms or out of the fontanelle bone area, please raise all your hands. See now. My God. See all of them. May God bless you. May God bless you. Bless you. I think this is a better place than Albert Hall. Maybe you have all kinds of programs there. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know, but I like this place very well. This works very fast. So this is what you have felt. For the first time, you have felt this all-pervading power of divine love. You felt it. But now you have to grow into it. That it is permanently part and parcel of your being. That's the growing part we lag behind. And because of that, they have many problems. Say today I have cured somebody. Again he comes back, Mother, now I have this disease. All right, did you meditate? No. Then he comes back again. Mother, I have this problem. Did you meditate? No. So what I'm saying, I go on like this, working on this madcap, who doesn't understand that only meditation will keep him in the center, will keep him all right, keep him wise. If he cannot meditate, what can I do? It is a very simple thing. You don't have to pay for it. It's very, very simple. So unless and until you meditate, I cannot help you. You have to grow. You have to grow. That's very important. So may God bless you. Derek, you got all of them. Let them sing that Jerusalem song also. It's very good. Also, I must tell you that we have had many beautiful marriages, international, beautiful marriages, beautiful children. They are mostly born realized children because their parents are realized souls. You can go a little further, I think, cup of tea. That's all.
So we'd ask you to remain in the hall, please. We're going to try and serve tea and soft drinks for everyone. And the other thing that we'd like everyone to bear in mind is that the next meeting will be here.